Yo, am I from like another planet, or has like I don't know if it's just in America or what, but like the tipping culture has just gotten completely crazy and out of hand. Everybody expects something for mediocre service and stuff. Like I get it, when COVID was going on and things were a little crazier, people were tipping, because they're like, hey man, you're putting your life at risk and you're cooking me some food. I appreciate that. But apparently, for some reason now, businesses, even though things have gotten a little better, I mean, COVID's still around, but like it's not like, it's not the most newsworthy topic now. Now it's this cyclops, blah blah blah, fucking virus from like basil and lettuce and shit. And they said it was from Taco Bell or whatever originally. But it's, fuck, you gotta wash your produce and make sure you clean it up before you eat it. I mean, imagine that, right? It just goes to show you. You should probably just grow your own stuff, and you wouldn't have that problem. But, a lot of places make it really hard for you to even be able to do that. But, yo, man, like, the tipping culture is crazy. Because, like, man, I went to Subway. I haven't been at Subway in, like, I don't know, probably like 7 months or something. But, like, I had a hankering for a fucking meatball sandwich. So I go over there and I order it. I pay what I pay. I think it was like almost $9 for this damn footlong sandwich that, man, remember they used to have $5 footlongs. Remember that fucking shit back in the day? Fuck, I wish they would bring that back. But that's just wishful thinking, because, we gotta charge almost $5 a gallon for gas now. We're in a war with Iran for some fucking reason. And, I gotta foot the bill, apparently. My taxes and shit aren't enough. But now these motherfuckers at Subway are fucking tripped, man. Like, yo, the fucking dude makes my sandwich. He didn't do nothing super spectacular. He just made a sandwich. He did his job. That's what his fucking job is. He gets paid hourly to make fucking sandwiches. He's not a fucking waitress at a restaurant where they're only making $3 an hour. I don't know what you get at Subway. And realistically, I don't give a flying flip. That's not my problem. I didn't fucking sign up for a job at fucking Subway. Part of my flippin' fucking language. But, you go to pay and then they want you to tip them. And I'm like, why am I going to tip you? I don't even know if the sandwich is going to taste good yet. I didn't even get to eat it. Try it. Like when I go to McDonald's, Burger King, or Wendy's or whatever, because, Subway's not much far off from the equivalent of a fast food restaurant. I don't tip none of them cats making my burgers wrong and putting messed up stuff on it or messing up my orders and stuff. So like when I get a order that's messed up, like I can't be mad. I didn't tip nothing and I ain't paying extra. And I don't really eat out all that much because it just costs way too much. It's cheaper to freaking, cook your own stuff. Imagine that, right? It's probably even healthier too when you do it like that. But like the tipping culture is crazy, man. This dude got all bent out of shape and butthurt because I put no on the tip. No on the tip. And he was like, bro, you're not going to tip me? I just made your sandwich. I'm like, yeah, congratulations. You did your job. And then he wanted to have an argument about it. And I said, sorry, bro, I gotta go to work. Not that I was going there. But I don't have time to argue about some nonsense. You're already getting paid by the hour to make my sandwich. Fuck your tip. You could get the tip of my dick if you really want. But I'm not that kind of dude, So fuck that tipping shit. I don't know who the fuck decided to carry over the COVID tipping 20% on everything. Like you go, it doesn't matter where you go now. Like you go to a regular spot and they're asking for a tip. You didn't do nothing. Why am I tipping you? This is normally regulated for, exceptional service or something like that. Like, who are you to determine the fact that I need to pay you a certain percentage on my order? Like, what was it? Like, 4 weeks ago, I was chilling with this chick, and she wanted to go to this, she wanted some Jamaican food. And I'm like, Jamaican food? I'm not really familiar with Jamaican food spots over here, but there's actually a spot not far from my crib, right? So I drive her over there with me. She's in the car. I go in and order the stuff, prepay for the stuff, and they're already asking me for a tip. Now, I didn't tip because, well, first of all, I didn't even get the food yet, so how am I going to tip you on some stuff that I didn't even get yet? And then, I'm sitting in there. I waited like almost 40 minutes for some, what was it, oxtail and grits and some jerk chicken and rice with peas. 40 minutes for that, right? And they wanted, like, not only was the price like super crazy, I'm not even going to get into the specifics on that. That's why I was already like, yeah, fuck your tip, man. These prices are crazy. You're just giving me jerk chicken, rice and peas, and some grits with some oxtail. Like, I'm not buying the whole ox. Why is it costing this much? But needless to say, I think I almost paid like $40 for that stuff. Yeah, it was almost 40. And they were still asking me for a tip. Yet, I sat in there and I waited for like 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Now, you would think, seeing as how you have I wasn't dining in, I was getting it to go. Like you would have thought maybe perhaps they would have been like, hey, buddy, it's going to be a bit of time. Since you're waiting, maybe you could, man, all of a sudden I got the hiccups. But anyway, they wanted a tip before I even got the food. Like I'm fucking tipping you before I even get the food. But what in the flippin' heck is going on with these tips, man? These tips are crazy. Oh, I opened up the door. I charged you a cover charge to get into the club. Let me get 20% on that. You did your job. Like, why am I paying 20%? That is a little bit crazy to me. So, fuck the tipping. Anybody else feeling like that?